UFC 178, it's going to be in Vegas, and Conor McGregor is stepping back into the octagon, taking on Dustin Poirier. And this is definitely Conor's toughest test thus far. And if you remember, he fought in the main event over there in Ireland where he fought Diego Brandao. And it was just intense. The fans were the craziest fans I've ever seen at an event, at a UFC event, ever. No holds barred. They were definitely the number one fans I've ever seen at an event. They were the craziest group of fans I've ever seen. And Conor McGregor won the fight in glorious fashion, really beat up Diego Brandao with striking. And at 4 minutes and 5 seconds in the first round, Diego Brandao was done. And the fans loved it. And Conor McGregor started talking really high. He was like, I want to sell out stadiums. He wants to do so much. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, he's fighting a guy named Dustin Poirier, who I spoke to after a couple drinks at the Mandalay Bay, at UFC 175. And let me tell you one thing, Dustin Poirier is no businessman. This guy is a fighter. He's kind of scary to talk to, you know what I'm saying? He'll just look at you and if he doesn't like what you're saying, you'll walk away. So, you know, this guy's a fighter, and he lost 3 times in his illustrious career. He's got 16 wins, and he was submitted once. So, and the last time he lost was to Cub Swanson, who's at the top. So, Dustin Poirier is pretty close to the top. I think he's ranked number 6. Conor McGregor's ranked number 10. And, you know, Dustin Poirier had his losses in UFC, and we saw them. He was submitted in a beautiful Bravo choke by Chung Sung Jung in a fight where I was just totally amazed. I didn't think that was going to happen because in the fight before that, he had just beat Max Holloway in a beautiful stand. His arm was in the air, and he pulled it in a vicious armbar. It was weird. So, you know, I thought that Dustin Poirier was on the move. And then he came back, he fought Jonathan Brookins, won that fight the same way, and then lost to Cub Swanson. But he's put on 3 wins in a row, one to Diego Brandao at UFC 168, and then he also beat Eric Koch, who's a top-ranked fighter. A lot of people didn't think he was going to win that fight after the Cub Swanson loss. So, you know, Diego Brandao lost the fight to Conor McGregor over there in Ireland, and we saw Conor McGregor as pretty much a striker. That's really what he looks like to me. He looks like a beautiful striker, but the question is, how's he going to do it, you know, later on in the fight? Max Holloway took him in 3 rounds, but, you know, Dustin Poirier is tougher than Max Holloway. So we're going to get to see the toughest test that Conor McGregor's had so far. I don't think that Conor McGregor is going to be able to beat Dustin Poirier. I think that Dustin Poirier poises too much. I mean, he's one of the best fighters. He's ranked number 6. He's only 25 years old, and so is Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's 26 years old, but Dustin Poirier just seems like a prodigy to me, and I still have some questions about, you know, Conor McGregor. I know the Irish fans don't, so I'm sorry that I'm still questioning him. But if he beats Dustin Poirier at UFC 178, the questions will be gone. He'll be ranked in the top 4 or 5, and he'll be looking up. So I'm predicting Dustin Poirier to win this fight by submission somewhere in the 2nd or 3rd round. I think that he'll stop Conor McGregor in this fight. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. And I really want to know your opinions, and especially if you're a Conor McGregor believer. How far do you think Conor McGregor is going to get? And if you're a Conor McGregor believer, do you think that he's going to be, you know, easily be able to get past Dustin Poirier? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. And I can't wait for UFC 178. I'm going to be there in Vegas. It's looking awesome. I think it's going to be a really fun time. So, you know, I recommend checking out UFC 178 in Vegas. Peace out, guys.